Well, hello and welcome to Old People This Week. It's 2026, and we are still here. That is Mike, Paul, and myself, still bemoaning the state of the world, especially the state of the world that belongs to anyone not a boomer, because they have screwed it up. And how have they screwed it up? Well, you'll see in the next hour, because we're going to chapter and verse every mistake they've made.
Yeah.
All right, first the comments from a guy named, or a woman named M.N. Pale. Never seen men sitting around gossiping. So SMH, which I took to mean as so much something with an H. Never seen men sitting around gossiping.
Yeah.
Huh?
Shaking
my head.
Oh, shake my head. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So he's never seen.
Needs to get out more.
No, he needs to check out this podcast more. You see, we'll do it every week.
Replacing your local barbershop on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. This is better than the local barbershop. If there was a local barbershop.
Exactly.
I get my hair cut by these guys, young Hispanic dudes, and they sit around and they watch TV all day when they're not, and watch game shows and try to yell answers at the TV or sports.
And you pay money for that outcome? That's just,
oh man, I pay.
That just scares me to death.
Look at that beautiful haircut.
Oh my God, no!
Just got it the other day.
No,
I get mine done on Amazon.
What do you mean?
When the Amazon driver comes over, he just gets out the scissors and he clips away.
Looks like one of your huskies did that chewed on it, chewed the hair off.
Got patches here.
All right. And then from a guy or woman saying Reyna, Reyna 429. This was a fun rabbit hole. Get it, boys. Reset the trend. These young ones are, in quotes, pop culture exhausting and boring most times than not. They are boring. We are not boring.
There we go. Insightful.
Very insightful. And then from a guy named Moss, he said, found you guys a couple of weeks ago. I like the content. Your new 70-year-old friend, Moss. Keep up the good work, gentlemen.
Oh, good.
All right.
Hey,
Moss. Remember Moss is. I hope he's watching. Okay. It's early in the year, but I'm already pissed off. And why? Because the article you sent me, Paul, about the a-holes who pretend to be infirm so that the airlines put them in wheelchairs and they board before everyone else. And check out this picture here.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've lived it.
I have too. We flew in Thanksgiving to out of LA, and there was a line of people. And what's funny about the article, honestly, is not the fact that people are lined up to get on an airplane to board early.
Yeah.
But at the end of the flight, they don't need wheelchairs.
They
just
always left over.
So they're miraculously cured on that flight.
Yeah, I love the title of the article, Jetway Jesus.
I'll send you the picture that goes with that. There is the Jetway Jesus. I'll send it to you.
All right,
right up there.
Do
you know one of the real reasons though that people, especially the travelers from south of the border, and those are some of the longest lines waiting to get on these aircraft. Here's why: is because people who send their parents away to the United States and places tell them always to get a wheelchair, because when they are returned to their country or into the United States, they are guaranteed to get pushed all the way past security and passport control and baggage into the curb. They never have to ask people where they go. And those wheelchair people, pushers, are with them for like more than an hour to get through customs.
Holy cow.
And that's how it started, and that's why it continues. Is because they always say, "Oh, Mom, just get a wheelchair, and they'll bring you all the way out to the car." At least that's the way it happened.
You would make this whole thing end, by the way, if you said to the wheelchair people, "Okay, we're putting you on last."
Yeah.
And there won't be any overhead space left, and you don't have to bring 4 people with you.
Yeah. That way we won't tie up the whole airplane waiting to get you into position.
Yeah. All right. The next thing that pissed me off was this headline. Parents are going broke from their kids' sushi obsession.
Well, that's a parenting issue, not a kid issue.
This came from an article that basically said that raw fish has replaced pizza as a birthday party staple prompting plenty of regret. And in quotes, they are like savages, the kids, when they have their sushi.
Totino sushi rolls. Mm-hmm.
Now, back in the day, when when our kids were young, and somebody was having a birthday party, there were places like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And Chuck E. Cheese's, by the way, were the most inhumane places in the world. You'd go into them, they'd be packed with people. They would have, kids running around going berserk. They'd have, the pizza would taste like cardboard. Mm-hmm. And you had the worst thing. You had this Chuck E. Cheese band that was an animatronic band playing the whole time with this big rat singing to it. That's what we had to put up with. There was no sushi. There was no fine dining. There was, terrible pizza and sodas, sugary sodas to get the kids all ramped up. And now they're eating sushi when they go out. The mom that they quoted from this article sighed when she listed the foods that Elliot and Charlotte, ages 6 and 8, regularly requested. Salmon rolls, tuna rolls, tamago, said the stay-at-home mom. They are like savages. They just want to eat it all.
Like I said, that's a parenting problem. What you're getting, kid, is mini cheeseburgers from White Castle, so shut up.
Yeah. Right. They would have, she said that Elliot and Charlotte would have sushi every day if they could, but the mom has limited their intake to weekly outings where the bills can reach $150.
Sure.
At least.
The mom started them on sushi because it was quick and convenient, but now she regrets turning them into tiny food snobs.
Yeah. While everyone else was getting chicken McNuggets, then they're getting sushi. Sure. Okay.
She goes, well, listen, Mom, I'll tell you what you do. You go out there in the kitchen and you go to the freezer and get some chicken McNuggets and throw them in the deep fryer. Or you make a grilled cheese sandwich or put a hot dog in some water. Do what normal parents do. We give them sushi.
Sushi. Give me a break.
This brings up the conversation. Whatever happened to fish sticks? You remember fish sticks when we were kids?
I remember fish sticks.
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, let me explain to you, Paul. I was born and raised as a Catholic boy in Ohio.
Yeah.
And when you're a Catholic, on Fridays, you do not eat meat.
Fridays. Yeah.
Right. But when you're growing up in Ohio and on Fridays, there's no going to the market and getting any kind of fresh fish, and you're not going to eat what came out of Lake Erie. So you had fish sticks.
Fish sticks.
Yeah.
And you had them with tartar sauce.
Yeah.
And you had them with whatever vegetables that my mom could open a can and get on that plate for us.
Mm-hmm.
So that was life. So yes, I know what fish sticks are. And by the way, they were awesome.
They're good. They're like cod, I think, right? Processed cod. I don't know.
I've never opened one to see what's beyond that crust, but it could be anything in there. It could be the subject of what we're going to talk about later, when a little bit of cannibalism in there.
No.
Oh, man. Okay. So anyways, no, Paul, what about fish sticks?
No, I'm just saying, occasionally I like to have, fish sticks still.
Yeah, you didn't want to be eating that perch that you used to fish out of Lake Erie, though.
Actually, they were Vandy cams. That's what they were.
Vandy cams. Okay. So, you know what a Karen is?
Yes.
Yeah. Mike has a tendency to act like a Karen every once in a while if he gets peeved.
Because I'm special. That's why. Yeah. I'm special.
And if someone was to call you a Karen, you would know how to react. You'd be all pissed off because they're
punch them in the
basically
nose.
Making fun of you.
Yeah, take that.
Well, now there's a new word for Karen. You know what it is?
Jackie.
Once more, you didn't read the rundown, which is...
I did read the rundown.
It says the new name for what do they call it? Karen is Becky.
Oh,
If
Becky.
somebody calls you a Becky, Mike, you react accordingly.
Same way. Just come over the bar at him.
Okay.
Respond to Rebecca.
Becky. Becky is good as one of those names. She's a Becky. And Paul, thank you for sending me that picture and that article of from Facebook Marketplace in which they were selling that stripper pole. And he said it was only used once by my fiance. No kidding, it was only used once.
Yeah, I thought of that last night when I was watching the latest version of Landman. And Billy Bob Thornton went into a strip joint and recruited this stripper to be his father's physical therapist.
Huh?
That's
Why
great.
didn't one of my kids go to a strip joint and give me a stripper physical therapist? I tell them,
Because
"Here,
you have
stop
a
rubbing my
wife,
ankle."
you have a wife lurking in the house
Yeah.
who would instantly disable you and the hooker.
Oh, well, look, if she's peeking around the corner here, she
Yeah.
hit me with a stripper pole. So how do you, by the way, if you get somebody a stripper pole for a gift, how do you wrap it up?
You probably have it pre-installed.
Yeah, come over to the house at 2 o'clock.
Honey,
My
don't
wife's at
come
work.
over until 5. I'm having some work done on the house. Don't come home before 5.
Then how do you get your wife to get up on it? Or your fiance? It doesn't work that way.
There's a lot of questions here for Becky. That's
Yeah.
And there's Mike, and you sent the other ultimate bad gift a guy can buy for his wife, which was a Hoover vacuum cleaner for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a dumb husband move.
That's a
And
dumb
by
husband
our
move.
age, if you're still making dumb moves like that, you don't deserve to have a wife.
Yeah. I do all the vacuuming at home, by the way. So I got a Dyson, much more efficient, much
Oh,
more power.
me too. We have dog hair so thick every day it's like you could construct a new dog out of the hair that's going up that Dyson.
Yeah.
And that Dyson has saved us.
That's why they come with a picture of the husky on the outside of the box.
Oh, man. I don't even want to know what that house of yours looked like, Paul, with all that hair.
Perfectly clean right now.
You should stick some of that hair on your head.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
New year, new year, new year,
Well,
new year, old Jeff.
I'll send some over to you,
Yeah.
Mike. So you can
Right
stick
back
on your
into the
face.
slot. Look at this.
Yep.
This is
Oh,
perfect.
bro.
This is absolute perfection. I did
Oh,
this
yeah.
just before we tape, by the way, just so you could see perfection at its ultimate.
I thought you steamed that shirt for sure, Mike. Yeah, that's a perfect.
Well,
shirt.
I have to wear this for Allison. She
Yeah,
loves
except
this
Allison
blue
doesn't
shirt.
watch anymore. She's
Oh, yes,
given
she
up on
does.
you.
Allison watches.
Well, she doesn't write anymore.
Well, that's because you insulted her and made her feel very, very bad the last time she commented.
Good. Good.
You're so mean.
All right.
She knows I care.
That's why you wear the blue shirt. I get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, here's a couple of deadbeat superstars. We've talked about deadbeat superstars before. One of them was that Tori Spelling and that ridiculous husband of hers and how they owe money all over the place.
Right.
And then here's, you know who Denise Richards is?
Yes.
Yes.
She was on the
One
Beverly Hills.
of Hollywood's most important D-list actresses.
She was one of the houseboys.
She's been in big movies before she sort of disappeared. She was in a Bond movie playing a scientist
Yeah, who cares?
with, what's his name? Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, she and her husband, whose name is Aaron Phillips of Philpers, they have been evicted from their Los Angeles home for reportedly failing to pay rent for months. They owe $86,000 in back rent.
Wonderful.
Aaron, if you guys need help, you need some financial smarts, you want to learn something, give us a call. You can email us at oldpeoplethisweek@gmail.com. You can call us 310-800-1830. And Mike or I or Paul, whoever's on duty, will answer all your financial questions. We'll help you get that $86,000 back somehow.
Yeah, I can save her $10,000 instantly by telling her to knock off all the injections in her lips and her cheeks. She'll save a
Don't be
ton of
doing
money.
Her lips and cheeks. You should do the same thing. You need some injections.
No, I don't. This is all nature's preservation right here. Healthy jowls. Healthy jowls. Good genetics. You know who else got evicted in Hollywood over the last couple of months? Mickey Rourke,
Really?
Oh, no.
who's a total train wreck.
He did he has a GoFundMe site to raise money so he can stay where he's living.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Poor
18 grand or something. It was like a huge number.
Oh my
I
God.
love these GoFundMe sites. Oh, gosh.
Well, I don't care where Mickey Rourke can live. He's pissed away his money. He was a star. He should
He
have
was a
tons
big
of money.
star. He was a big star.
Yeah, he was in a Marvel movie, and he was in The Wrestler. He's nominated for Academy Award
Yeah.
with Marissa Tomei, for Christ's
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
poor
are
guy.
they
All right.
now?
I'm not going to send him any money, though. But again, Mickey, if you need advice, we're here for you. You got 3 smart men. Well, 2 smart men here ready to help you.
Yeah, Paul.
Figure
It's
your
up
way
to us
out.
to determine.
He has
It's
good
up,
hair, by
it's
the
up
way.
to us to
Mickey,
determine who he offended with that
Yeah.
comment, Paul.
I'll leave it up to you two to figure it out because it ain't me. Mickey Rourke's got good hair, though, unlike you two. And
No, he
me.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. He has greasy, stringy, nasty hair.
Yeah,
He's a
all
total
right, I
train
think
wreck.
it's hair. Okay. They call it hay hanging. H-E-Y hanging. You know what that is?
Yeah,
No,
you know
I know
what?
you don't.
H-E-Y.
You started the broadcast by being pissed off at a couple of things. When I read this article and sent it to you, I went bananas. This,
Yeah. Well, just I read it again and again, and it really comes down to having the sort of etiquette they want you to have or use when you're on on these inter-office communication places called like Slack, where
yeah,
they want you to be very pointed in your conversations. Because if you use the word "hey," why did they say it was?
you might confuse some dumbass. Pay attention.
So it says all communication at work, via email or Slack, should have a clear agenda and purpose, either providing information or enough context for the receiver to reply. Hey, the word hey, leaves the receiver confused as to the purpose of the communication and doesn't initiate a reply. They're morons, by the
Well,
way.
yeah,
in
I
these
mean, if that's the
offices.
only word you used, sure, somebody's going to wonder what's coming next. But if you say, hey, good to see you this morning, or hey, let's play golf this afternoon when we get off work, I mean, come on.
Well, I know
Jesus.
that you have to add something to the hey, though. They're saying just don't say hey, but I don't know why they would do that either. This is the kind of thing that Gen Zers have done in the office. They've ruined the office place, and
Yeah.
they worry about all this stuff at work. I remember you guys, we've done a story about how Gen Zers don't like to go to the bathroom at work. They get embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that one person who'd rather stay home, that if they knew they had to do a number 2 at work, so they wouldn't even go in the office. And then the Gen Zers who bring their mothers into the office when they have an important meeting or they have to go into their boss's office to discuss their salary or something. They bring their moms with them.
Oh, brother.
It's a lost generation, the Gen Zers.
I would have loved to have met someone who brought their mother in to talk to me when I was talking to some employees.
That would have really been
That,
fun.
that would have given me absolute. I would have sat there in a chair so quietly, taking it all in, let them say what they wanted, and then end up with the word "really." Like instead of "hey," I'd be "really."
Yeah.
My mother,
I'd fire the kid on the spot, and then I'd take the mom to lunch.
my mother Betty, if she had an inkling of this that was going to happen in her lifetime, she was a school teacher for 35 years. She absolutely took no BS from anybody. So we were sitting at the kitchen table. If you reached your hand out without asking to just grab a roll or something, you would get stuck with the fork or something.
Or the
She
stick
didn't
she
screw
kept
around.
on the refrigerator.
Oh, the stick. Yeah, I don't think Paul ever said this about Paul. My mother, the punishment that she had was she'd hit us with this thing called the stick. And the stick was a piece of wood that was about 3 feet long. And I think it started off as a piece of molding that would go along the wall. But somehow somebody had shaped it into a paddle, and it sat on top of the refrigerator. And so when she'd get mad, she didn't brandish the stick herself. She'd just go look at me or my brother, and she'd go get the stick. And then my brother and I would look at each other, and we'd just sprint out of the house and start running because we didn't want to be anywhere near her when she had that stick in her hand.
Yeah, or blame it on each other.
Oh, my God. My brother.
Go get the stick.
Yeah, get the stick. My brother was meaner than she was. He would I don't even
Sounds
want
like
to
a
go into
tagline for a commercial now. Go get the stick.
Go get the stick.
Available at Home Depot.
But that's what they don't have. The Gen Zs don't have anybody giving them the stick. They're
No.
giving them giving them sushi, giving them phones when they're 5 years old, and now they're letting them bring their mothers to the office. My mom came to the office. Everyone else would have just quit. Deal with Betty, brother. Just go find another job. All right, and here's another one. The last one about my Gen Z ragging. New York teachers have found that scores of teenagers can't read traditional clocks after a cell ban in schools statewide because students figured the skill would be useless in the digital era, according to the report. So get this. Now, you and I, the three of us, are actually pro what New York did, is take away the cell phone so you don't have them in the classrooms anymore.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
You show up at school, you give them your devices, and they store them during the day, and you have to work. But what it's led to is these morons can't read the time. They don't know when they're supposed to leave. So if the clock on the walls and they're done with school at 2:55 and it's 2:54, they don't know it. It could be 6:45. They don't know what time it is. So they just sit there like morons. The teacher has to shoo them out of the room because they can't read.
Yeah, they can't read, and secondarily, they can't write. So what they're learning now is
most teens have no clue what time it is during the course of the school day.
And I gotta say, this is one of those things that I've read, and I really had never thought about it ever before. I'd never considered the whole thing about telling time and like a clock, and I was just stunned. I was really I saw a reporter in New York doing a man on the street interview, and he was outside on Fifth Avenue somewhere looking at a hand clock, right? And just saying people as they walk by, oh, what time it is? And like half of them had no idea.
Yeah. The teachers finally said, where's the big hand and where's the little hand? Trying to teach them.
Right.
Oh, well. Okay. Enough with them.
Give them some sushi.
Go eat some sushi.
We'll leave the metric in the English system for another day. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do is bring in a clock, and we will explain to them. Okay, here's what you do, kids. If you don't know what you do, you can call us or email us and just say, "What's this mean?" and show me a picture, and I'll tell you what time it is.
Yeah. For $10, we'll answer you back. Yeah.
Here's another thing. I'm not done with the Gen Xers yet. Here they go, Gen Zers yet. A car full of kids led police on a chase in what officials said was a stolen car. An 11-year-old was driving the car.
Nice.
An 8-year-old and a 12-year-old were inside. Mm-hmm. This is in Ohio. A license plate reader notified police that the car had been stolen. When the police tried to stop the car, it took off, engaging officers in a car chase.
Jeez.
Finally, the car made an abrupt left turn, lost control, and smashed into the side of a house. And the cops go up there and go and pull out, open the door, and there's these little kids in it. All right. After the crash, the kids fled but were quickly caught. He said that they told police. It was said that they told police that they learned how to steal cars on YouTube.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
He said the kids cracked open the steering column using a USB device to basically hotwire the car to get it started. There's several things that are incredible about this story. Number one, Gen Zers, if you're 11 years old, don't be getting in a car. Now, if you lived in Ohio, this took place in Ohio, but if you lived in Ohio when I lived in Ohio in the 60s, you had your driver's license at 11. You were supposed to be driving your parents somewhere. But these kids nowadays, they don't know what they're doing in a car. And the second thing is, the cars in the old days, you can't hotwire with any USB. You had to know what you were doing.
Yeah, you had to get in a locked door first. And then you had to have a pair of side cutters and know which two wires to cut and which two to splice together.
The cars, but they have computers now, so the kids just hacking a computer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't imagine going down the street and looking over and seeing some 11-year-old kid sitting behind the wheel, they were driving around.
Yeah. Well, once again, the same parents who gave these kids sushi on their birthday. I mean, what the hell are these kids doing out at that age at night, stealing cars anyway? Come on.
They're driving around, eating sushi, drinking sake, and getting into trouble.
delivering DoorDash. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would mean work. They're not going to
Yeah.
be delivering anything.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, much as I hate to say this, it's the new year. And I thought I could get rid of this segment once and for all. I thought you'd forget about it, but
Nope.
evidently not.
Nope.
So here we go. The first of the 2026 Vaya con Dios.
Dios. And only out of respect for your fragile condition are we keeping this simple. Obviously, there were a number of passings during our holiday hiatus, but there are a couple of important ones we need to acknowledge. The first is true heartbreak for me. Bridget Bardot passed away at the age of 91.
Yep.
Bridget Bardot was the hottest, sexiest French woman who ever walked the face of the earth.
Exactly.
And she looked as good at 91 as most of the women look now at 21.
Yeah.
That Kylie Jenner, if the Bridget Bardot of 21 stood next to Kylie Jenner, you wouldn't even know there was a Kylie Jenner.
No, it'd be Kylie who?
Bardot.
Yeah. Well, now, and what's just an interesting sidelight. We, as you know, have a small place in Saint-Tropez for years, and we used to see her regularly. And she would come down to the waterfront. She'd have a coffee in the morning, occasionally, and no celebrity, no fanfare. Sometimes she was by herself. Sometimes she was with someone, but she was just kind of de rigueur in Saint-Tropez.
De rigueur you. What de rigueur mean? Was she naked?
No, she wasn't
What's
naked.
de rigueur mean?
Look it up. You're the producer, director.
De rigueur.
De rigueur.
Bald. Was she like you? De rigueur? Is that what that
She
means?
loved my bald hair.
Uh-huh.
She used to come by every once in a while and check her makeup in the top of my head.
Check your makeup because you have such a mirror head. All right.
Anyway, so
Next.
we'll miss her. And then a really tragic story is Tatiana Schlossberg, 35 years old, died of cancer. Just had a kid. And from the Kennedy family, just a really horrible thing.
She was the daughter of Caroline.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Caroline was the daughter of JFK.
Yes.
So JFK had two kids, John Jr. and Caroline. Caroline's still around. John Jr., of course, plowed his airplane into the Atlantic Ocean someplace.
Yeah.
And now the granddaughter died. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Really sad. So those are the two that I wanted to mention this time.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all. You had 2 weeks to do research and you come up with two names.
Yeah, I can't help.
He's
can't help-
sparing you, Jeff.
I can't help it if people don't die at my request, just so I can
Oh, man.
mention their name.
All right.
Hollywood types, I swear.
Here's the story that Mike did not want us to talk about, and I'm going to truncate it so that he doesn't get offended. His poor sensibilities aren't offended. There was a guy over there in Germany, and those Germans are absolutely crazy now. I'm convinced of it after reading this story, who convinced another guy to sign a contract that, how did it go here? The first guy posted an ad seeking a well-built male for slaughter and consumption. This is not something you see on Craigslist every week. Seeking male for slaughter and consumption. Well, of course, only in Germany, I guess. Some guy said, okay, fine. So the first guy killed him and ate him. That's the story when it comes down to it.
Jesus Christ. I'm backing out of the room very slowly.
That is nuts. This is like, and that has no finesse to it. At least in Silence of the Lambs, you have Lecter, and he's suave about how he seduces people to kill them and then eat them.
Yeah, with a
This
fine
thing,
Chianti.
Yeah, with fava beans and fine Chianti. This
So
guy,
I don't-
no fava beans with this dude.
I have I don't know why I remember this, but I'm just reading it from what is my Google here. So this reminds me, in 2008, there was a similar incident in which a guy named Tim McLean was killed beheaded and cannibalized by another passenger on a Greyhound bus in Canada. That's
While they were
basically-
traveling from one place to another?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on back there in that sea?
He was, and to make it even creepier, Tim was a 22-year-old Canadian carnival worker.
Really? So much for the three-headed boy.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. So yeah.
Jesus.
Just the further on in that story, that the guy who agreed to be killed and slaughtered, as he lay in a bathtub as he bled
To death.
the other guy kept him company by reading aloud from a Star Trek novel.
Nice.
Oh my God! It goes on and on to what happened.
Don't.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. Jesus.
Cannibal of the week story here soon.
Those carny, you got me thinking about the carny and carnivals and stuff with those carny guys. Oh man, they were
like I especially hate carnivals like the ones they have down here, where they're so like broken machinery and they break and people fly off and.
Yeah. No, there's still. This is 2026. And there's still where you could go to these backwood carnivals, these county fairs.
Yeah.
And, you go to get in the ride and your foot goes through the floor of the rusted bottom of the ride. And then it starts spinning around and the car you're in goes flying off.
Well, you watch them pull into the fairgrounds to set up, and you see this collection of 1950s trucks and cars and, shit you can't even imagine. And the bearded lady, is some midget taping on a fake mustache before the start of the show. I mean, it's just frightening.
It's weird,
lady.
Weird.
Yeah,
just like this Canadian story gets even. It's so weird because it was like the perpetrator told doctors he believed he was chosen by God to save people from an alien attack, and that the passenger was a demon or force of evil who needed to be killed and mutilated to prevent him from coming back to life.
Oh boy.
That's why we did away with Greyhound.
No.
I've never been on a Greyhound and have no intention of getting on one, especially now.
Oh God, no.
Looking for cannibals on there.
Just stay home.
Yeah. He didn't have the decency to even drag the guy to the bathroom and kill him in there. He just kills him sitting next to him. Doesn't matter. You know how Greyhound bus people are? They probably sitting in their thing. They go put their hats on over their ears and just ignore the fact that somebody's being hacked to death behind them. There's a movie, but I saw a movie called We're the Millers with with Jennifer Aniston and what's that guy's name?
Adam
Ted Lasso
Sandler.
guy. Andy Sedaris. Huh?
Andy Sedaris?
Yeah.
No.
And there's a character in it who plays a carny.
No.
And he's got across his chest, he has a tattoo that says no, but it's supposed to say regrets, but it says no regrets. He's misspelled it across the front of his chest.
Beautiful.
And when I was growing up, when the carny guys showed up, nobody went near them. They were all had records. They were all messed up.
Yeah.
And they would smoke cigarettes and then flick the cigarette at you if they were pissed at you. They were nasty people.
Yeah. It's a traveling con show.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Into our Florida story. And it's a Jim Dandy one, by the way. A Florida man filed lawsuit against Outback Steakhouse, allegedly that he was on a handicapped toilet when the seat, quote, suddenly shattered and collapsed while he was doing his business.
Oops.
Resulting in injury.
I would
Michael
think.
Green said he suffered severe bodily injury during the incident at an Outback Steakhouse in Ocala, Florida, Southwest College Road, according to the lawsuit. The injuries include, now check this out, you're going to feel bad for the guy. The injuries included significant and permanent loss of an important bodily function. And, quote, loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life.
Something got Something got cut off in the
something-
sharp porcelain.
Something got number one. Yeah.
So he goes in there, in this Outback Steakhouse. First of all, I'm not going to the bathroom 1 or 2 in an Outback Steakhouse.
Anything.
He decides I'm gonna go to the bathroom in this thing, and then sits down, and he must have shattered it, collapsed it. But what got me is, what is the significant and permanent loss of an important bodily function mean? Which function did he lose?
Well, if something got sliced off from that sharp-edged porcelain.
I think he lost number one. Yeah.
That's from growing, Mike. You say that because that's what's grown up from your knowledge of growing up on a farm where they're always cutting off things and doing things to animals.
Well, it's called subsistence. On a ranch, it's called subsistence because you butcher your own livestock. But you don't sit down on a toilet seat and lose one of life's pleasurable functions.
You didn't sit down in a toilet seat either, right? Unless it was a piece of wood with a hole in it.
Yeah, outhouses.
Outhouses.
Squatting.
There were still outhouses in Ohio when I was a little boy. You would go in there and you could smell them when you got within 10 feet of them.
Too much information.
TMI.
TMI.
And the lawyer also said, claimed the establishment created an unreasonably dangerous condition to the members of the public. He's seeking $50,000 from.
That's all?
Yeah.
Man, if I lost a pleasurable body function, it'd be $5 million.
He didn't say pleasurable. It wasn't a pleasurable body function.
That's what he said.
A pleasurable bodily function.
No, a pleasurable body function.
No, he didn't. They didn't say that. You're saying that. I know where your head's going. All right, it's $50,000. We'll just send him the $50,000 because he deserves it for going through that.
They probably did.
Yeah, yeah.
And a bloomin' onion thing that they serve.
Yeah. All right, that's our show for today. So please
We're
subscribe.
back. Yeah,
we're back for 2026. Don't miss an episode. Please subscribe. If you subscribe, Mike will come by and show you his pleasurable bodily function in your front yard.
No.
And email us at oldpeoplethisweek@gmail.com. We're always here ready to answer any questions that you have about anything.
Please do. Yeah.
About anything, finance, dating, especially you Gen Zers, call us if you're having dating issues.
Mm-hmm. We're experts.
And, we're experts on all matters of all things.
Yeah.
And then you can phone us at 310-800-1830, and we'll be standing by to answer your questions in a more immediate way than email, so that you can ask us something right off that's right, like what time is it? Or, should I should I get to sit next to this guy in the Greyhound bus? Or any kind of questions you have that it might need immediate attention.
Yeah.
And
right in a Greyhound bus, text us and just send us a message.
Yeah.
Greyhound bus. It's not.
We want to make sure you're okay.
And check out our Substack, which is 52tasks.substack.com. This week I'm going to do my belated New Year's resolutions.
Oh.
I got some New Year's resolution for boomers that you all need to know that I've compiled and use in my own life, and I will impart upon you this Friday.
Very nice.
Okay. All right. Here's one and only Reese with the Old People This Week quote of the week. You guys don't know Reese in real life. I promised I'm going to bring him on the show one day. He's not. He's kind of a boring dude, but he's very educated. What'd you say, Paul?
He's got awesome eyebrows.
Got awesome eyebrows. There's from the man who would know right there. You got a tan, Paul. You look like you're a tan.
Yeah.
I live in a sunny part of the country still. And so do you.
Paul,
weather down
Jeff
there?
and I look like we have anemia, and it's 80 degrees here today, and we still look like we have anemia.
I know.
We look anemic, and it's the middle of the
It's
desert.
65 degrees, but it was sunny on the beach. Okay. Oh, well.
Well, does it snow where you're from?
8 years ago, it snowed here.
No. It's so it doesn't snow much.
No.
No.
Doesn't snow here, I can tell you that. Okay, that's it. Adios, amigos.
Adios.
Okay.
Happy New Year, Allison.
Happy New Year,
Happy
Allison.
New Year.
God. All right, bye.
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 Here's the old people this week. Quote of the week. If you want to know what God thinks of money, just look at the people he gives it to. Dorothy Parker.